Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our interview sessions. With me today is Moiz Ullah Baig. He's one of the best Scrabble players from Pakistan. He became the World Youth Scrabble Champion in 2013, and since then, he's been rising through the ranks. Hello, Moiz, how are you?
Hi, Sumbul. I'm fine. What about you?
Very good, thank you. I'm going to jump straight into the questions and see how you feel about them, right? So, how did you get into Scrabble? Let's start.
I would say I was 8, and it was one fine evening that I went just to visit my cousin, and I saw a board having some English words and probably something with numbers. And I mean, that was the day that just my Scrabble journey just took off.
Oh, wow. And you were 8 years old.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Question number two. One word you would use to describe Scrabble.
It's difficult. One word. I would say love.
Very nice. Okay. Now I'm going to get a bit technical and ask you, how do you learn words?
Okay, so there is a dedicated software for learning words for Scrabble players, and it is used by the top Scrabble players around the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's called in Zizawa, and there is a feature in Zizawa that's called Cardbox, and I use that feature to learn words. And it goes by that you put a set of words in that software or in that feature, and then you do some anagramming, you unjumble the words and then write the correct words, and the software then tells you if the words are correct or not. And then this is how I learn words. I think it's a very effective way to learn words.
Yes, and is it effective because you have a fixed time and schedule to do it?
Yes, I normally dedicate I would say at least 30 minutes per day, or 30 minutes, more than 30 minutes per day, to learn some words. So I think it's very effective when you learn words daily.
Oh, exactly. And also, like, you do spend 30 minutes a day. Do you have a fixed target that you want to do 100 words or 50 words? Or is it just like just spending 30 minutes?
It depends. If there is a tournament coming up, then I have to develop my efforts. So it's basically in Cardbox. When you come daily, there are already words that you need to do. It says that today you need to do this many words, and then sometimes whenever you feel like doing all of them, you can do, or maybe you have an option to just reschedule them up according to your time. So yeah, so whenever a tournament is coming up, I just double up my efforts. I do more than 30 minutes sometimes, or probably, yeah, more than an hour most of the times. So yeah, it depends upon the situation, but I always prefer, or I always prefer to do at least 30 minutes per day.
Okay. No, that's very good. And thank you for sharing your secrets of learning words. Now, do you prefer a defensive approach or an offensive approach? How do you go on about that? What's your strategy?
I mostly go with the offensive one, because it's always easier to play in an open board. It's basically, whenever you go with the defensive approach, it's like playing smaller words, and then not even allowing yourself to play some, not even having some space for yourself to play words.
Yeah.
Right. Not And this is how it gets very difficult along the way to play some words on the board. You don't even end up scoring a lot of points. So it's always better to have an offensive approach. And whenever I play with the top players around the world, I always prefer to play an offensive board, because they also score words, they also score big words and some big moves, and I also do that.
Yeah.
It's a win-win situation for both of us.
That's I think a very good way of putting it. Do you also prefer offensive approach because of the word knowledge you have? Do you think it depends on that?
I would say yes, it takes the toll, because having a good word knowledge keeps you at the winning edge when you are when you are playing on an offensive board, or an open board. But whenever you are playing on a defensive board as well, and at some point you also find a lot of words out of that block board. So yeah, having a good word knowledge is always better, no matter what your style is.
Oh, sounds good. Thank you. So, how do you balance your rack? So, I'll give you a scenario, right? Let's say you have three eyes on your rack. What would you do at the start of the game? What would you do in the middle of the game? And what would you do at the end of the game?
So you gave me the worst of the tiles, right?
I could have given you W.
Okay, I'm sticking with the eyes, right? So at the start of the game, I think 9 out of 10 times I would just change all to 3, right? And the thing would just get, different along with the flow of the game. So I would say at the end of the game, in the middle of the game, I would certainly try to play those eyes, those 2 eyes at least in a single move, because there is a time, at the middle of the game, or at the towards the end, when we cannot afford to change the move, change the letters, just so because we lose the turn. So this is how I would say at the beginning, I would change all of the times at least, but it depends on the situation in the middle and towards the end of the game. So probably 5 out of 10 times I would change in the middle, and the same goes for the end.
Okay, that sounds good. Now, of course, a final question. One advice you would give to either your younger self or someone who's at the start of their Scrabble career?
Right. I would say that firstly, you need to play just for the love of the game. Just for fun, because nowadays I see that many parents and many teachers just drag their students or just drag their kids into the game just for the sake of competition. This is not what Scrabble actually is meant for. The first thing is that you need to have fun, and when you just want to have more fun, then you can just you can put yourself into some intensive word studies, so that just in order to excel in the game. The first thing is always to have fun, and then you might end up winning some games, you might end up getting serious in the game, and then you need to decide if I need to do a lot of word study to reach certain level or not, or just get on playing this for fun, or if I want to just win some championships. And then that's I would say that's better. But if you just come with this approach of just winning competitions, if I am starting, I'm 8-year-old and I don't know what's fun, I'm just coming up to, yeah, that guy just won the championship, I want to start playing Scrabble for today, and just in order to win the championship, that doesn't go well in a longer run. I would say the first thing is always fun, and then comes the tournament stuff, and then comes the word study, and then everything else.
No, I think that is very good advice. I think I did follow the same footsteps as well. I started with fun and I was like, okay, I'm going to become a bit competitive. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to go back to fun, because I think it's all about the balance and how you make Scrabble a part of your life. And I think, Scrabble a part of your life. And one very interesting fact between me and Moiz is that we started competitive Scrabble at the same time. It was still very fun, but we started playing tournament Scrabble at the same time. I would like to thank you very much, Moiz, for your time, and stay tuned for more. Thank you. Bye-bye.